Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. So today is Sunday, November 19th, 2017, and the current time is approximately 9 a.m. and 7 minutes. Today's going to be a very busy day, so I want to get 2 videos done and uploaded as soon as possible. I want to acknowledge my 2 newest YouTube channel subscribers. They are Bleeding Wolf 13 and Jujubee Hex. I love that user's name, Jujubee Hex. I'm like, I love it. Okay. So, I hope all of you enjoyed yesterday's new moon in Scorpio. Oh, shout out to Gothica. And I hope all of you enjoyed yesterday's new moon in Scorpio. Hope you made your new moon wish lists. Anything that you want to manifest in your lives regarding transformation, divine transformation, deep, profound healing, unleashing or surrendering and releasing any repressed emotions, and of course, very deep psychic activity. And of course I have my Café Bustelo. And I want to acknowledge Jennifer Ball's Spiritual Garage. So, my forever sister-in-law shared with me that her secret ingredient in making her café con leche phenomenal is to use evaporated milk. So the last few days I have been delightfully indulging myself in making café con leche with a combination of whole milk, evaporated milk, heavy cream, and Cold Stone Creamery flavored non-dairy creamer. And this is what I've been doing. So I'll take the coffee in one container, and I'll take the milk in another container, and then I'll prepare, like if I'm doing the instant Café Bustelo, then I'll fill it up to halfway. So with this mug it would be like halfway to about here. And then I pour in the milk and put in some sugar. Now, if I'm using the percolator, then after the mug is appropriately warm, I will pour them in at the same time. Ooh, it's so good, man. Let me tell you. Anyway, so this video, I was divinely guided to do a video where I just have this informal chat with all of you, talk about what's been happening, what's going on, all that other good stuff. I have a little bit of show and tell, tarot related and Western astrology related. But first, another sip of my phenomenal café con leche. Oh, and I added dark brown sugar. Oh, I'm telling you, café con leche Scarabeo is so good, man. You know it. Anyway, so physically and emotionally, I'm feeling a lot better. I really am. I'm feeling a lot better physically. I'm feeling a lot better emotionally. I'm feeling a lot better mentally. I'm feeling a lot better psychologically. I'm feeling a lot better emotionally, spiritually. But I still cannot wait for 2018. 2018 cannot come soon enough. I also want to acknowledge that I'm using, I think I've mentioned that my awesome audiovisual person is also my amazing computer tech person. And not too long ago, I upgraded to Windows 10. I'm still getting used to Windows 10. You know, I was so used to Windows 7, and I never had a problem with Windows Vista, or Windows XP for that matter. But Windows 10 I'm still getting used to. And the irony is, you know, Windows 10 really is designed for people who use tablets or people who use hybrid computers. You know, those laptops that can be used as both a laptop computer and as a tablet computer. So there are some things about Windows 10 that I'm still getting used to. So this is the camera app, which I think replaced my Dell Webcam Central. So, because my laptop is a Dell. I love Dell computers. I love Dell very much. It's a Dell Latitude. I don't remember the serial number offhand, but it's Dell Latitude. This is my first Latitude experience. So I really am looking forward to 2018. I'm looking forward to traveling more. I'm looking forward to enjoying life more. I'm looking forward to feeling more at peace with all of life. I'm looking forward to participating in more events for the gay bear community, or that are specifically designed for the gay bear community. I'm also looking forward to resuming a lot of projects, and I'm looking at doing things that I didn't think I was going to be doing for a while. So yeah, I'm very excited about 2018. I really am. And I am also excited because now I finally have a new appointment calendar for 2018. Isn't it beautiful? I wanted to do something a little bit different. This is one of the Punctuate calendar products that one usually finds at a Barnes & Noble bookseller store. I was happy to use my 10% discount along with my 20% off coupon. And these are how the pages are structured on the inside. It's very freeform. I'm not used to this, but I really am enjoying this. The one thing I was a little disappointed in is that it doesn't have a little bit of a folder. You know how some of them have folders and you can like put like little cards in and whatnot? This one doesn't have that. Oh well. And of course, not surprisingly, I've already begun scheduling appointments for both January and February of 2018. And technically I have one scheduled for March. And I have my new Llewellyn's 2018 Daily Planetary Guide, which I'm very excited about. Did you know, by the way, that there are 2 full moons in both January and March of 2018? I was like, you know, so moon magic. There are going to be plenty of opportunities for moon magic in 2018. Very excited about this. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show and tell, and I don't remember which video because I've become seriously behind on Two Spirits videos, but in one of his relatively recent videos, he showcased Llewellyn's wall calendar, tarot wall calendar, which I'm very excited about because it had been a long time since Llewellyn had any tarot themed annuals. The tarot themed annuals don't usually stick around, which is so frustrating as somebody who's in lust with the tarot. It's like, you know. But this is the one by Scarabeo, and it's tarot. It's 30 years of tarot, and I love that every month, I know the right words. Every month depicts a card from a different tarot deck published by Scarabeo. Since my birthday is in January 8th to be precise, I'm going to showcase January, and it has a card from the Tarot of the Gnomes. And at the top of each, it'll list the title. I'm not doing this the right way. Title, year of publication, and who illustrated it. I haven't gone through all the months yet, but some of them I do have. For example, the Universal Tarot, illustrated by my fellow Roberto De Angelis, and it was published in 1988. This is definitely a Rider-Waite-Smith oriented tarot deck. And for March, we have the Da Vinci Tarot, which was published in 1992, and the artwork is by Yasin Juselev. I know I'm mispronouncing that. So I'm very excited about this. And of course, I found a few decks that I'd forgotten I had, a few decks that I forgotten I have yet to replace, and some tarot decks that I'm long overdue to purchase. So I'm very excited about this. I'm looking forward to having, these wall calendars. And the fact of the matter is that there's no shortage of wall calendars in my apartment. But I like having them. They're fun. And they keep me, focused on what I need to do and all that other good stuff. So I definitely am going to keep this video relatively short and sweet. The next video is going to be a little bit longer. I cannot thank all of you enough. Again, it's so funny because my personal take on gratitude is that if I wake up in the morning and I draw breath, I must express gratitude. It's just like, that's just it. I must express gratitude. And I remember I had become very fond of doing check-ins on various location-based apps, like Foursquare and Google Maps and things like that. And I had another one that I forgot what it was called, but I was like the check-in king on that one. And I remember because at the time I used Facebook, so I had linked those apps to both my Facebook and my Twitter accounts. So I would basically end every night expressing gratitude. And usually I would thank the goddess for the clients with whom I met that day, the delicious food I ate that day, the people whose lives I've touched that day. And I remember this person who was on my Facebook friend list, and I was on hers as well. One November, she was like, here's something that you can, it was sort of like a game to play in November. Every day on your Facebook page, express something for which you're thankful. And I gotta admit, I got a little annoyed by that. And I'm like, listen, I've been expressing gratitude every day because I woke up this morning and I breathed and I'm breathing. And it doesn't matter to me if it's November, if it's January, if it's March, if it's August. I feel that it is imperative, and this has been my position and my philosophy and my feelings about this for years and years, is that if I wake up in the morning and I draw breath, and yes, I did a quick check-in. I woke up this morning and I drew breath and I'm breathing. So I must express gratitude for me personally at least 3 times, from the time that I woke up this morning until the time that I go to bed tonight, whenever that time is. So I must have expressed gratitude at least 3 times. It doesn't matter that this is the same week as Thanksgiving. It doesn't matter that this is November. It doesn't matter that I have only expressed gratitude once today. For me personally, if I am alive, if I woke up, if I drew breath, if I am alive, if I am breathing, if I am living, if I'm doing what I'm doing, then I absolutely must express gratitude at least 3 times between the time that I wake up and the time that I go to sleep. Period. End of story. No ifs, no ands, no buts, no excuses, no stories, no BS, no gunk. That's just how it is. That's how I must live my life. I'm not obligated. Nobody's putting a gun to my head. But there is something that feels very wrong for me, that feels very off for me when I'm not expressing gratitude. And the fact of the matter is that I know that I'm going to be expressing gratitude at least 7 times today. Because of everything that I'm going to be doing today, I will have numerous opportunities to express gratitude. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to express gratitude. So yeah. Anyway, that was a bit of a rant, and I apologize for that, but I have very strong feelings about this. I feel that everybody needs to express gratitude because there is something very powerful, and I'm going to say it, there's also something very magical about expressing gratitude. When we express gratitude for everything we already have, it doesn't matter if there's some things that we want or situations that we want. If we express gratitude for what we have now, it increases. If we express gratitude for the money we have now, it increases. If we express gratitude for the love we have now, it increases. If we express gratitude for the divine connections we have now, they increase. If we express gratitude for the success we have in our lives, that success increases. That is, and I'm going to just say this, as inappropriate as this may seem to some of you, that's a universal law. That's what works. If we express gratitude, we're telling the universe, you know what? I'm happy with this. I love this. And please give me more. And the universe is masterful at making us right. Absolutely. Men can't be trusted. Well, here are more men you can't trust. There's never enough money. Well, here's the universe taking what little money you have away from you. And I know that this doesn't apply to everybody all the time, but at some point, pardon me, at some point this universal law is going to manifest in your lives. So, see, I am most thankful for Café Bustelo. I'm most thankful for everything, really. This mug, this cafe, the cream, the sugar. I'm very thankful for all this. So yeah, and I really didn't mean to make it like a rant, and it's not really a rant, but I have very strong opinions about this. I have very strong feelings about this. This, to me, it's just utter BS to only express gratitude in November. Why? Because of Thanksgiving? No. If you woke up this morning, this is my opinion. This is absolutely my not at all humble opinion. It's not a gospel law. It's not the law of the land. It's not even the law of the universe. It's a Robertism. I'll call it that. It's a Robertism. My personal Robertism about gratitude is that if you woke up and you drew breath, you must express gratitude. Period. That's it. No excuses, no story, no BS. You must express gratitude. Did you do that? Yes, no, not yet, whatever. Doesn't matter. Between the time that you wake up to the time you go to sleep, you need to express gratitude. I think some people need to express gratitude every day, every hour of every day, because that's just that's a personal opinion. Ooh, I heard a cat stirring. You know what that means. I cannot see which cat it is, so we'll find out soon. Well, I'll find out soon enough. But anyway, so thank you, YouTube, for honoring who I am and what I do. Thank you to those of you who comment on my videos, who have, subscribed to my YouTube channel recently or not so recently. And I am especially thankful that now I have more than 200 subscribers. And we're going to see what happens after whatever. We'll see what happens in 2018. I would like to reach a new milestone, I don't know if it would be delicious if I had at least 500 subscribers, but if that happens next year, great. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. I finally decided to not get bent out of shape and not go crazy over the analytics, because the analytics were driving me up the wall, and I'm just like, okay, I can't do this anymore. And I am thankful for that too. It's like, Robert, stop it. You cannot keep looking at these analytics and because you cannot look at them objectively. You cannot look at them with emotional attachment, and I can't. And I know that. I'm going to tell you a personal story. So, it just so happens that my mother's an alcoholic. And statistically speaking, given that my mother's an alcoholic, I know that I am prone to addiction. So what I do is I look at a situation and I look to see if there is a potential for addiction. And if there is, I absolutely will not put myself in that situation. There is somebody who is an openly gay celebrity, an openly gay male celebrity, and I used to lust after him. I mean, I used to lust after him like just it was it was borderline toxic. And I could not look at him on social media. I could not read any articles about him because it would affect me very deeply. And I got to the point I'm just like, you know what? This is not going to work for you. This is not going to work for me. And I would purposely avoid seeking out information about him because I knew that I was so drawn to him and I lusted after him, and it was not healthy for me. And I finally got to a point, and it took several years, where I cleaned up my life and I cleaned up my consciousness to the point that I can listen to him, I can look at photographs about him, I can read about him. Somebody can mention him in a conversation, and I'm, Joe Cool. But then I couldn't do that, and I'm not going to mention who the celebrity is. And you can speculate. That's fine, but I will say it is somebody who is an openly gay male celebrity, which these days, they're it's a larger number now. But I knew that was not going to serve me. Lusting after that man was not going to serve my needs. It was not going to make me happy. It wasn't going to fulfill my dreams. It was certainly not empowering me. In fact, it was disempowering me. And, I also knew that I was putting myself in a situation where I would be disappointed, because I knew that the way his life is structured, it doesn't necessarily work for me. And the way that the way that he lives his life, which is not a bad way, by the way, it just doesn't serve my needs. And I knew that, lusting after him and fantasizing about being his husband and him being mine, and, it just, no, it wasn't going to work for me. So I know that when it comes to addiction, I need to be extremely vigilant and mindful, because anybody can become addicted to anything at any time, or anyone at any time. So I know I need to purposely refrain from that. That's actually one of the reasons why I don't drink coffee every day, because I know that for some people coffee is an addiction. And I'm like, you know what? And there are days when I'm like, I'm not drinking coffee today. It's not even something that I set out to do. It's like sometimes it just doesn't happen. Last week there were 3 days in a row I didn't have one cup of coffee, home or outside of my home. And I like that, because I like knowing that I'm not addicted to coffee. I like knowing that I drink it because I enjoy it, and because, and yes, I've joked around with people like, well, there's no such thing as too much coffee. But would I actually drink a pot of coffee a day? I used to do that, actually. I have this gorgeous French press coffee pot that was a gift from a client, and I would usually drink an entire pot in one day, and I loved it. But now I don't do that, and that's fine. Anyway, I apologize for the segue, but again, I felt that I needed to have an informal chat-like video with all of you. Actually, I was divinely guided to do it. It wasn't even so much about what I wanted. It was this divine guidance that I received from the universe, or as I call her, Goddess. And with that being said, thank you, YouTube, for honoring who I am and what I do. And in a few moments, I'm going to be doing the next video. I'm going to upload this one in the meantime, and we're going to take it from there. I wish all of you many blessings, and a beautiful day, and a wonderful week. And whatever you do for the rest of November 2017, may it bring you only joy, riches, and success. Thank you, and many blessings.